Hello Whooper Club fans and welcome to today's video. We have a semi-final match from Season 8 featured today between Joey of the Akron Agrons and Elf Owls of the Newport Noctowls. Both of these teams have been having an incredible showing the last couple seasons, this season in particular, and both are certainly worthy of their spot in the semifinals. Joey had an incredible run last season, and Elf Owls, has definitely been a team to watch with only one loss this season to the Buffalo Bouffalon. And so definitely a good matchup going to be in play here. On Joey's side, we see, Kurem, I think, is going to be, Kurem and Tornadus are going to be probably the pivotal points here, both having, an offensive potential and then that pivot presence in Tornadus. And on Jimmy's side, we have, some bulkier Pokemon, but some that can certainly hit hard as well. Crobat has been performing really well from the bulky side, able to just kind of outlast anything. Although, we'll see how that fares going up against Kurem. And then Heatran has been, quite a menace to look out for as well. So we'll see, if those Magma Storms make contact or not. And, then of course, the defensive potential in Tangrowth, is very difficult to get around. And, I'd expect some bulk plays on Joey's side with Seismitoad as well. So I'd say some pretty balanced teams here, and we'll see which one is able to break through the other. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. We'll turn the music off. But yeah, the Crocodile is going to come out, and there is the Tangrowth on the switch in. Not wanting to risk losing Crocodile Heatran so easily there, and now that is going to get switched out by the Dragon Tail and a Crobat, who will then U-turn into Tangrowth. So as we like to say, we certainly have a revolving door of Pokemon on the Noctowl side here. So now Crocodile is going to switch out into Tornadus to tank that Giga Drain fairly easily. Both Pokemon on the field that have Regenerator, and Tangrowth is going to take advantage of that by switching as Tornadus goes for and hits the Focus Blast, though not going to do a whole lot to that Lantern. And so in comes Seismitoad here, presumably immune to both of Lantern stabs, and so that Thunder Wave is not going to do anything. And Seismitoad is then able to set up Stealth Rock on the switch in, and so not wanting to risk the massive attack potential of Escavalier, Luxray is going to switch in, get that Intimidate drop, and dull that knockoff just a little bit. But losing the Rocky Helmet, we'll see if that loss of chip ends up making a difference over the course of the battle. So there's Toxic as Lantern comes in, which is nice because Lantern being probably one of the bulkier teams or bulkier Pokemon on the team, but it is able to cure itself of that poison with Heal Bell. So it's definitely looking to be taking advantage of utility in this match. We see the leftovers on it. It's definitely running a bulky set. And so in comes Heatran as the wish goes up from Sylveon. So Sylveon kind of performing that utility role on the Aggron side. And now the Noctowls are going to get the Stealth Rock set up on the other end. So hazards all around. We'll see if anyone's able to get those removed. So there's the knockoff to get rid of the leftovers on Escavalier, and once again coming in to intimidate that as it goes for Toxic this time to get some chip over time on that Luxray to limit how many times it can come in on it. And it's going to try and switch out with that Volt Switch as Hydreigon comes in to take that very easily, and in comes Tornadus. And so Lantern's going to come in for Hydreigon. Once again, taking a Focus Blast, which will connect again. So we'll see how many more of those you can get away with. But yeah, now in comes Sylveon, as in comes Escavalier on the same turn. So Sylveon not liking this position very much at all. being very weak to steel. It's going to protect, kind of scout out what's going on, and it would have been a knockoff, which it would have been able to take pretty handily, would have lost its leftovers, but now it has to wonder if he's going to go for that again or just go for the Iron Head. And it's going to be Toxic, which will miss. So unfortunate for the Noctowls there, especially with 2 hit focus blasts on the other side. But Sylveon is now able to switch. And unfortunately, that Crocodile is not going to survive long enough to get that Wish healing, and it is going to go down. So that's the first Pokemon that we've lost here in turn 19 of the battle. And Escavalier is going to be able to rest. But it doesn't want to stay in against Tornadus because Hurricane will surely do a ton of damage. And even to Lantern on that resist is going to do 35%, enough to KO. And here comes Crobat, which is going to take some chip there. But is fast and able to one-hit KO Tornadus, which I don't think Joey was expecting that. That is a crazy amount of damage. And so the momentum has kind of shifted to the Noctowl side at this point, I would say. An Earth Power from Curem hitting neutrally, not able to do a ton to Escavalier. And Jimmy, of course, looking to burn some turns of that sleep, get woken back up so they could be useful again. And Joey, knowing that, is taking advantage of it and going for Wish. I'm going to try and come in and heal something. So the recipient of that is looking to be Luxray. As Escavalier wakes up and goes for Iron Head, not very effective on the switch. So Luxray is able to get up to 99% HP as the Wish comes true. Poison still taking an impact, but with the Volt switch, that timer will reset, and in comes Seismitoad here, which will take the knockoff and lose its leftovers. And that Earthquake is going to be a 2-hit KO from where it's at, but the Escavalier survives that first hit and will go for rest again. So with Seismitoad unable to do enough to KO it while it's sleeping, it looks like Joey's just going for some chip. Maybe see what he does, hoping for a switch in. Goes for Earthquake there, which will do more damage, and on the wake up, will receive the Toxic from Escavalier. And will it rest again here as Luxray comes in? It looks like it will. Presumably expecting to take some damage earlier that turn, which would have made that the optimal turn to rest. And so there's Volt Switch yet again as Escavalier stays in to burn another sleep turn. Sylveon trying to take advantage of that rest once again. Get some healing up on its side, probably. As instead of waking up, goes into Heatran. And so now this puts Sylveon in a position. We don't know if it has a Steel move yet. But it is able to get that Heal Bell off, which will allow both the Seismitoad and the Luxray to last a little bit longer, not having to deal with Toxic. But the Magma Storm goes up, which will trap the Sylveon in. So this Wish is just going to end up going... the only one able to take advantage of that is the Sylveon, and the Taunt is revealed on the Protect. So if that Taunt goes up while it's protected, or while it's trapped, excuse me, then this Sylveon is probably going to go down, which is going to be a huge play here because that is going to significantly impact the longevity of the Aggron's side. And so the Taunt does go off, goes for the Hyper Voice, only able to do a meager 8% there. And the next turn doing 9. Magma Storm goes back up. The first one probably going to wear off in a turn or two here. But it looks like another connected Magma Storm is going to put it in range to go down to the end of turn damage. And so some better luck than the Noctowls have been having, I think, by hitting those Magma Storms. That name Hitran coming in handy here. And so able to take that Sylveon down by trapping. A very impressive 1v1 there. And so now it's Tangrowth versus Seismitoad. Seismitoad not liking that. It's going to come into Luxray. Tank that knockoff very easily. And in comes its favorite opponent, the Escavalier, although this time not able to get the Intimidate off. That Ice Fang is not going to do very much at all, only 9%. Volt Switch, going to switch the Luxray back into Seismitoad, which is going to be able to do a little bit more damage here. And it will stay in on the Earthquake, trying to wake up, and go immediately for another rest. So this Escavalier is proving to be quite an issue here. And honestly, at this point, I don't think that the Aggrons have anything to break through it. It looks like there's probably not a fire move on the team, which is its only weakness. And with only 2 turns being asleep, if you're not doing enough damage, then you're going to need to get lucky on some predicts. And this turn was not one of them, with that Earthquake going into the Hydreigon on the switch-in, which the Hydreigon is able to punish the next turn by KOing with Draco Meteor. So it looks like the Agrons have kind of accepted defeat at this point. Although there goes the Ice Beam, which is able to revenge kill the Hydreigon. But here is Heatran. The Earth Power here would do a lot, but if the Heatran moves first and has a Steel move, then it would be able to take it out. But he predicts a switch, goes for Earth Power right into the Luxray, taking it down. And so now all it has to take down is the Kyurem in order to have victory for the Noctows here. And so Freeze Dry, quad resisted, not going to do a lot. And the Earth Power is going to take it out. It looks like no Steel move there this week. But yeah, so that will end a remarkable season for the Akron Agrons. And both teams, had a very good showing, but I think the turning point was definitely that showdown between Heatran and Sylveon. So yeah, incredible season for the Agrons, and looks like this amazing run for the Newport Noctows will take them into the finals, where we will see who wins there. So congratulations to both players, and well done. And yeah, look forward to seeing that final match. So stick around, everyone, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye.